Welcome to the City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there? Before I do the show, because you're there, I try to inform you, entertain you, educate you maybe a little bit. Don't forget everything on the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and don't forget our base streaming network, Vimeo. You can download the app. It is free to use, and there's a ton of other programming besides ours, but we archive all our programming on Vimeo. Let's get the show going. Today in Bayonne, get out and vote if you haven't done it already. It's Election Day. Get out and vote if you haven't done it already. I strongly suggest you vote for Mayor Jimmy Davis and his ticket. Jimmy Carroll, Gary, Juan, the rest of the team there. You got some new members. Some new blood going with the old blood. I think Jimmy has done a good job there. As I said in my endorsement piece, now, he didn't do any devil deals. He doesn't do any one-shot budget hole fixing gimmicks that sell out the future of Bayonne. He's Bayonne through and through. So vote for Jimmy. This weekend, I spent a lot of time down at Seaside Heights. My kids have a rental unit down there. We got the first Airbnb rental coming in this week. So I'm doing a lot of work there, and I decided to do the windshield wipers on my cars. There is no such thing as the same windshield wiper from each car. You'd think we would standardize that. Yeah, you open I got Silla blade. It's probably the best wiper blade you can get. It'll last a very long time, complete silicone, no rubber. And they got all these little adapters, and each one of these cars have a different style wiper blade. Well, at least the adapter anyway. And you got to figure that out and figure how to get it off. Instructions could be better. But you'd think we would just standardize wipers. We did it on wheels years ago. On tires, on the lug nuts, used to have a bolt where you screwed the whole bolt in. Now you got the nuts. Sometimes you had the left-hand thread. Chrysler was good for that, where it's always righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Chrysler's on the left side. It was lefty-tighty. And Mike Conte, the police reporter for the Jersey Journal, passed on last week. One of the good guys, really all the great guys that I kind of broke in with are all going now. Earl's gone, now Mike Conte's gone. Makes you question your mortality here. Good guy, Mike, rest in peace. We're all going to miss you, especially the Jersey Journal and all the people here in Hudson County that you served for so many years. All right, what we're going to talk about today is, you got a big tax increase coming in Jersey City. We're going to talk about, are we taxing the rich? Is that the call now, or taxing the people who made an effort? We're going to talk about the plastic bag ban, Hoboken's municipal complex financing, the CASPA program in Jersey City moving, and the Chuck Wepner statue in Bayonne. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back, City Show. Pat O Melia here with my ever-trusty cup of coffee. And yes, in a styrofoam cup, which is very hard to get right now. I had to order these from Amazon. We'll get into the plastic bag ban during, and obviously a styrofoam cup ban when we get into quick hits. It is official in Jersey City. You are about to get hit over that. I wish I had my door hammer right now. I have it in the other studio. You are about to get hit over the head with a $2,600 tax increase per year. Per year. Every year, almost. Well, actually, you're getting $2,600 this year. There's more coming next year. It's $1,600 from the Jersey City Board of Ed. If you recall last year, there was a $1,000 increase, because every year there's $1,000 or so, that Mayor Fulop was able to cover through the municipal budget. He is not capable of doing that this year. There's not that kind of the loose change hanging around. So you will appreciate a $2,600 increase. Now remember, it was supposed to be $2,400 on the school tax, but they backed it off some. But believe me, that $800, that's still on the table. Actually, I'm jumping my notes here. Forget about the talk of affordable housing in Jersey City. There is no effing way we can have affordable housing in Jersey City if the cost of being in Jersey City keeps climbing up. You know, if you're in a two-family home, maybe you're renting the top floor, owner-occupied and first floor. Nice house, maybe you got a driveway there. You're in a good part of the city. You like your place? Well, you're about to get banged over the head with a $217 increase in 1 month. Boop, 217. Your rent's going to go up. That's unfortunate, and it shouldn't be. At least it shouldn't be without some real transparency. And keep in mind, your landlord, they don't have any other choice. They're looking at $2,600 going up, plus every other cost that's gone up associated with being a homeowner now. Everything, inflation is going up. There's a lot of bad management going on. You know, the school board, the inflation, the Fed government, there's a lot of bad management going on. And nobody gives an F because you're going to pay it. We'll just raise your taxes. We'll raise the price of milk. Gasoline has gone up about 40 cents in a week, you know, and that affects everything. That affects the price of gasoline and oil going up. That affects everything from the dozen eggs you buy to the ham to the TV to the couch. Everything is moved by truck. When energy costs go up like this, when that your Amazon delivery, I'm surprised Amazon isn't calling for additional surcharges. Action needs to be taken, and action needs to be taken by Mayor Fulop. I am sick of Mayor Fulop and council will say, well, there's nothing we can do. BS. Mayor Fulop has now have to take steps. Now, we did an interview with Mayor Fulop on a special meeting with the mayor. It's on our website. It's on YouTube. It's on all our streaming channels where Mayor Fulop and I talk about this. There it is, and I don't care what the Board of Education says. It is costing $33,500 to educate these kids. Now, maybe the Board of Ed can't do simple math, but I can. You take $974 million, divide that by 29,113 kids, according to the Google, and it comes out to almost $33,500. I'm only off by about $20. It's rounded up, $33,500. That is ridiculous. It is basically costing about $25 million for each one of our public schools in Jersey City. Think about that, $25 million. $33,000 a kid. That is ridiculous. You know, as I said before, I'm in the Seaside studio today. Tom's River is up the street from us. It's like a little mini Jersey City. Most of the people from Tom's River are from Jersey City, or their parents were, but there's a connection. It's like $16,000 per kid in Tom's River. It's an hour away from Jersey City. They got a good school system. Kids go to college. They play ball. They become doctors and accountants and, you know, lawyers, whatever. Excellent education system, just as equally as good as ours, but half the price. So there's something we need to look at, especially when you're looking at the school system. They're not like paying rent, they don't pay taxes. You know, this is, we need to know. What Mayor Fulop needs to do, and he needs to start now. I don't want to hear anything about next year. He needs to start this now. First, we need to return the Board of Education elections back to April. May would even be better, where we should bring back all our municipal elections back to May. You know, in Bayonne right now, the whole focus on their election is on Bayonne, as it should be. It's a local election. The only thing that should be on the election ballot is local issues. Mayor, council, no governor, no president, no state, no assembly, none of that. Keep politics local. Bring back our local municipal elections to May and put the school board there. People who have skin in the game need to vote. You know, I'm going to tell you something. With the way the taxes are going up every year, $1,000, $1,600, whatever the case is, we're looking at $1 billion budget next year. We need to bring back elections and the budget to be voted on in Jersey City. Let the people who have skin in the game vote on the budget. Take it out of the hands of the trustees of the Board of Education, because they don't give anything about you and what your cost is and how much this is costing you, whether it's your tax payments or whether it's your rent. They don't care. There is no disclosure. They keep hiring people. The budgets keep going up. I don't buy any of their excuses as to why. You have the right to know what every one of those friggin' dollars are being spent on. We need to vote on that budget. People who have skin in the game need to vote on that budget. People who are paying those property taxes and the people that are paying the rents. They need to know. We got to get that election back to local, get it away from November, get the budget. I guarantee those people who are going to be impacted by these taxes, they're going to get out and vote. If you're looking at your taxes going up $2,600 a year or your rent's about to go up $217, that's just this year, by the way, and that's per month, not for the year, per month, your rent's about to go up. We need to do a top-to-bottom forensic review of the Jersey City Board of Education. You got people who used to be part of it that will be going to jail. I'm sure there's a few other people I probably should too. We need to know where every dollar is being spent and why it's being spent that way. Like I said, you're looking at $1 billion budget at least next year. We need to get a handle on that. Mayor Fulop and the city council need to get a handle on that. We need say what happens in the school system. The mayor needs to have say in that, and the council has to have say in that. You have to have a say in that. You have to be able to vote on it, vote on that budget. You're the one paying for this. Whether you're paying it in your taxes or you're paying in your rent, you're paying for it. Time for action is now. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care.
The latest clinical trials.
Researchers working to find a cure.
And nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
We're back. City Show, Pat O Melia here. We need to get involved in that school budget. We need to have the right to vote on it. That's freaking ridiculous. And you know, you got at least an $800 increase coming next year because that's what they left on the table this year because it was supposed to be $2,400 and they made it $1,600. So that $800 sitting there. Plus, whatever happens next year. But we're looking at $1 billion. You know, in Newark, there's a proposal that's percolating in Newark. For that matter, was on NJ.com yesterday in Jersey City. You know, last week I talked about Elon Musk about taxing the rich for everybody because he bought Twitter. And, you know, oh, tax the rich, he's too much money. He earned it. Nobody gave it to him. You got Elon did Tesla, SpaceX, a few other companies. You know, he earned the money. He earned the right to be the richest person in the world. There's no reason why we should deep into his pocket. But it doesn't have to be Elon Musk rich. Right now, it looks like tax the rich or the people who made any kind of effort to live a comfortable life. There's talk right now, percolating, I should say, in Newark, about a fee on homeowners, landlords, who aren't under rent control. So that means 4 units or less. You're not under rent control. Newark, and I'm sure a lot of other municipalities are looking at this saying, another way to get a few bucks out of you. Putting a fee because you're not under rent control. So you're making too much money. We want to take some of your money away because you made the effort to buy that house. This is an attack on the middle class. It's almost like Robin Hood. Take from the rich, give to the poor kind of thing. But these aren't super rich. These are just people, you know, trying to live the American dream. Yeah, say you own a 3-family home in Newark or Jersey City, wherever, because this is going to roll across the Hackensack River into Jersey City for sure. Say you own a 3-family home. You friggin' worked and saved for years. You worked 2, maybe 3 jobs to save the money for the down payment. You got to put down at least 20% or so. Even if you get, you know, Jenny Mac or something, you got to come down with a down payment. So you worked your butt off for that deposit. You and your wife, and you finally got a 3-family home. You got approved for the mortgage. You paid all the points. You paid all the closing fees. Yeah, your bank account is almost zero from putting the down payment down. And you got this house where you're hoping that the rents will help you cover the mortgage, will help you cover the taxes, will help you cover the upkeep as you try to build a nest egg for your family, as you try to build a fine living environment for your wife and children or your husband and children, whatever the case may be, an investment in your future. The largest investment for most people is their home. So you've done everything possible. You worked, you sacrificed, you worked multiple jobs, you did whatever you can to come up with that money. And now you got a part of that American dream, that, the house with the white picket fence sort of thing. And you got the rental units. Not only is your family going to have a nice place to live, you're actually creating other living quarters, 2 other ones, for other people to live in a good environment, a good home, and help you achieve your dream. You did this for your family. You did it for yourself. You did it for the investment in the future. Now in Newark, they want to dig into your pocket because you made that effort. You worked. You went to school. You acquired a trade. You acquired a skill. Whatever it is that you earned that money. Whether you were, an accountant, you were a truck driver, or you learned how to drive a truck. Whatever it is, you were out there breaking your butt to come up with that money, to buy that house, to come up with the down payment, to feed your family and all, and you're living that American dream. It may take another 30 years to pay off that home, where you're sitting there where, you don't have to kill yourself anymore. Maybe not in Newark, and maybe not in Jersey City, too. You've been successful through all your sacrifices. You've got the dream. But now Newark, and I'm sure the other municipalities want to dig into it, they want to charge you a fee on your success because you own a home, and it's not under rent control. Because of bad planning and bad governmental management, Newark wants to reach into your pockets to help the Affordable Trust Fund, because that's what they say, allegedly, what they want to do with the fee they're going to get out of anybody who has a home that isn't under rent control. We're going to put that money in an Affordable Trust Fund so we can build affordable housing for other people on the backs of people who made the sacrifice. You made the sacrifice, you worked, you've done all this. Now we're going to take away from you and give it to others. Whatever the case is, why Newark is in this situation, or the people who are trying to buy a house, whether it's bad municipal management, bad governmental management, a lack of effort on people to get an education or acquire a craft or a skill, whatever it is, you managed to accomplish that American dream and other people haven't. Like I said many other times before, affordable housing isn't the job or the responsibility of the private sector. It has always been the government. The government is always the one that created affordable housing. When I was a kid in West Side Avenue, we had what was called the Row. It was 2 blocks of 2 over 2 rooms. You had 2 rooms on the first floor, 2 rooms on the second floor, and it was all affordable. It was owned by the government, county, or the city. I'm not sure because I was a kid at that time. Government always created the affordable housing, whether it was the feds, the state, the county, the city, or some combination of all of them. That was their job, and they did a great job. But the problem is when they created this, you have to maintain it in management, and that's manage the property, and that's what Jersey City never did. Now, I'm just focusing on Jersey City right now. Billy Gorhan, the former Ward D councilperson, once said, Jersey City is a terrible landlord because they allowed their properties to fall in disrepair. When I was a kid, before my mom died, we lived in Curry Woods. It was a great place to live. There were fine buildings like that. The government built high rises and low rises where, people of lower incomes could live. Nice apartments. We should do that again, but we don't. We keep trying to throw it on the private sector. Again, affordable housing, that's the feds, the state, the county, and the city. Not you. Not some homeowner with a 3-family home that they're going to dig into your pocket because of your efforts to work and provide for your family and work on providing for your future. This government, Newark, and I'm sure a few other municipalities, want to dig into your pocket because you made the effort. You went out and made the sacrifices to provide for yourself and your family where others haven't. And that's the bottom line. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
We're back. Pat O Melia here, City Show. You there? We got quick hits. As I stated before, I got my styrofoam cup. And during the course of the day, this is actually lukewarm right now, I have coffee on my desk. And one of the first things I do in the morning after I water the plant is I make the coffee. And this coffee cup will last me throughout the day. And it doesn't break down. Like if you get the cardboard one I got this Amazon. They had another one, bamboo cardboard. Yeah, they're not going to last the whole day. Styrofoam will. Now, I went to ShopRite. I went to get some styrofoam cups. This is before the plastic bag ban took effect, and of course, styrofoam. They're all gone. So yeah, I need these cups. So, of course, I went where everybody goes, to Amazon, ordered some cups, and I had plastic bags. Here's the problem with our first week or so of the plastic bag ban. First off, I'm not walking around, we go for a food order. I'm not walking around with 15, 16 plastic bags in my pocket. What's funny, you can buy a plastic bag. It's a heavier plastic bag than the one the supermarket gave you. At ShopRite, it's 3 for $1. It's okay to have plastic bags if you want to pay for it, but it's not to get them for free. They don't got to worry about the environment. We're going to give it to you for free, but F the environment if you're willing to pay $1 for 3. And they're reusable. But how many times are you going to reuse these things? And so they're heavier, so they're going to take even longer to break down in the landfills. Maybe we need to bring back the deal with the landfill and the concerns. I'm going to say this, heads are going to explode. Maybe we bring back the incinerators. Mines just blew up in Jersey. We're allowing ourselves to get taxed buying those 3 bags for $1 for the inconvenience. We're just allowing ourselves to be inconvenient. I'm not throwing the styrofoam out in the street. I'm not throwing the plastic bags in the street. And everybody has dual purposes for these things. I tell you, the supermarkets are also going to suffer because normally, especially with me, going to the supermarket, what they want is fat people in the supermarket. My wife will go in there, laser focus on what she's getting. I'm pulling down, we should get this. And I'm always wondering, if we need one, we should buy 2. I'm not doing that now because I only have so many bags in the inside of my vest. So I know the supermarket's going to lose money. And really, when it gets down to it, we allowed ourselves to get inconvenience for some warm and fuzzy thing. We can handle the disposal of styrofoam and plastic. Like I said, bring back the incinerators. I'm just going to buy them from Amazon. I got plastic bags from Amazon. I got styrofoam cups. Just that I'm not going to run around with a bunch of bags. And also, I'm keeping these in my van or the trunk of my car. It's not very sanitary. Amazon. Got 120 of them in a big box. Hoboken. They're fighting tooth and nail with the residents of Hoboken over this palatial municipal building. Where it depends on, I'm not really that close to the issue. Do they need a new police department? Do they need a new firehouse? I don't know. I know we needed some in Jersey City. I didn't hear the cries in Hoboken. They're not going to get this past the council or the taxpayers. Very similar to the high school idea that they had also. So what they're talking about doing, Mayor Robbie Balla in Hoboken, is going to the HCIA to finance this municipal building. You know, it's really a backdoor finance and really a backdoor tax on the people of Hoboken. Because it's not like the HCIA is going to pay those bonds that they're going to float. Hoboken is going to pay their bonds, those bond fees. They're going to have to pay the HCIA back. But doing that, they don't have to go through the council. At least I'm not sure if they do. Because if they need 6 votes for that, they're not going to get it. But the reason they're looking at the HCIA is to kind of, in a disingenuous way, try to get this municipal complex built by getting around the city council and the people of Hoboken. It's really not the right way to do this. In Jersey City, they're proposing to move the CASPER program. The annex for the CASPER program is on Washington Street. And they're talking about moving this this CASPER program, Early Learning Center, to an Early Learning Center at 160 Danford Avenue. And the argument here is that it only take about 15 minutes to go get your kids over there from Washington Street. Unless you're a friggin' crow, you are not getting from Washington Street over to Danford Avenue in 15 minutes. You can't go anywhere in Jersey City in 15 minutes. I go from my house down to City Hall. It takes like 40 minutes, maybe longer. Every friggin' street is closed, and we close streets for everything now. We got to put in a pipe over there, close the street. Filling a pothole, very seldom, but close the street. We're going to drop off some sheetrock for a house that's being renovated, close the street. Chinese food's being delivered, close the street. Every street is closed. There is traffic everywhere. We keep squeezing the roads under this Vision Zero BS or bike lanes that aren't used. Yeah, I've grown up in Jersey City. I've gone all over the city on bike or by car. I never needed all of these calming devices, they say. But all these devices are causing huge amount of traffic. We can't get, they're talking about a walking city? You can't drive from Washington to Danford Avenue. That'll probably take you a good 40 minutes. And they're saying 15 minutes. They're trying to tell these parents, it's not a big idea. You get over there in 15 minutes. Yeah, if you sprout wings and you can fly, maybe you can do that. In Bayonne, Chuck Wepner, we had him in the studio a while back. We were part of a fundraiser. We had Chuck Wepner in there, and somebody was there. I wasn't doing the interview. And we were helping them raise money for the Chuck Wepner statue, as I understand is now done. Just a matter of where are you going to put the statue dedicated to Bayonne's own Bayonne Bleeder. He did go 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali one time. Ali wasn't in a rush. That's all I'll say about that bout. And he was the inspiration. Sylvester Stallone seen that, and he dreamt up Rocky, which somehow Chuck Wepner managed to sue him for having a dream and inspiration. Where do you put the statue of Chuck Wepner? You put it in the city park, a county park, put it on Broadway somewhere in the entrance of Hoboken or Bayonne. Do you put it in front, now we use the Bayonne Bleeder. Do we put it in front of Bayonne Hospital? Might be a good spot. Maybe in front of Rite Aid, where you get a lot of Band-Aids. Maybe in front of an urgent care. Wherever it is, it's coming. Where they're going to put it, that'll be something that Mayor Davis is going to have to work on. Remember, vote Mayor Davis today and the Davis team. I'm Pat O'Melia. I'm out of time. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Nope, not tomorrow. I'll talk to you Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Good night.